everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different because I'm going to show you my little Chanel collection. I've got a few perfumes and a few body products to share with you, really just to show you what they look like, what I think of them, if it's something that you're looking to buy, is it worth it, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. And I think we'll go with a perfume first. This one I've talked about quite a lot recently. I think I got it just before Christmas, just gone. And I got it as a new tester for a really great price. So it's Coco Mademoiselle Eau de Parfum Intense. You can see the Eau de Parfum Intense is on the bottom there. The notes are on the back because of it being a tester. Not all the notes, it just says Oriental Bois Ombre, so Oriental Amber Woody. Oh, it says in English underneath, Oriental Ambery Woody. And it says demonstration, tester, all of that stuff. So yeah, this is my tester bottle, 100 mils. And I have really used it a lot. I don't just wear it, I also spray my bed with it sometimes, my pillow. I really do enjoy I go quite ham with it because I got it for such a good price. So I do spray it quite a lot. I do love to wear it actually, and I love wearing it with some matching products, which I'm going to show you. So for me, the Eau de Parfum Intense is my favourite of the Coco Mademoiselle range. I love the original, I think it must be the EDP, but it's very loud and very strong. So even though this is called an Intense, I find this to be less of a projector, less of a monster. The EDP, if someone's wearing that really a long distance away from me, I can smell it. I can be walking down the street, someone can be half the street down in front of me, and I'll say to whoever I'm with, they're wearing Coco Mademoiselle, because it is such a sillage monster. Projection and sillage on the EDP are phenomenal. And if you like that effect, then that really is, I think it's good value, because you don't need to spray much of it at all. And it really does. It lasts really well. And it really does leave a trail everywhere you go. But my preference is this Eau de Parfum Intense, because it's less of a monster. Not quite the room filler. It's a little more subtle. It's not quiet and it's not a skin scent, but it's a little more subtle. It's also a little sweeter. So the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, the general DNA is that it's sort of fresh and sharp, citrus floral. There's a little vanilla. I think there's some, it's more sweetness and more resin sort of base in this one, whereas the original is a little lighter and fresher, despite being really strong. It's a little, some would describe it as almost screechy, it's a little sharp. And I used to describe it that way as well, but I've really come around to it. It definitely smells pink. It smells like the colour of this juice. So to me, it smells fruity. There's some fruits. I know there's bergamot. There's a gentle pink fruitiness, a little sharpness. There's jasmines. It's a white floral and some woods. Of course, it's a woody amber. This is described as, and I find this not that woody though, more on the fruity floral. I think there's a bit of patchouli in both of them, the EDP and the Intense. Maybe the EDP is a little more on the patchouli side. I'm not quite sure. I'm going on too long for this one now. Basically, it's kind of a flirty and feminine scent to me. I find it attractive. It's the sort of thing I would wear when I want to be appealing. If I'm going to a situation where I'm going to be meeting different people, several different people, I think this is a really good choice. And just generally, if I'm going to be in close quarters with people, and I don't mind my fragrance being a little more flirty, a little more out there, then I will pick this one. But as I say, I would definitely use the matching products that I've got as well. So yeah, for example, if I have a date, or if I'm going just out in general, out for a drink, out for something fun, then I might make more of an effort, and then I would use this. And this is my most recent Chanel. It's another tester. I bought this from a lady who's very renowned in the UK for selling amazing testers. If you need her details, let me know. I can hit you up. I've bought from her time and time again, and everything is legitimate. She's brilliant. So yeah, this one's a tester that I bought from this lady. Cocoa Mademoiselle, so the matching to the perfume, although this is not the intense flavour, which is slightly different. And it's the Emulsion Hydrant, so moisturising body lotion, plain white bottle with a screw lid. Not the most glamorous looking product when you look at their other items. And of course this one is a tester, so it's got a little label on it there. But overall, I think it's got some writing on the back. You can't see it because the writing's white and the colour of the bottle is white. So I'm not even going to attempt to read it. You've got the Chanel on the lid. As I say, it's screw top. And what I will say about this, so I've been using this for a few weeks. I just put some in my hand. You can see that the consistency is nice and thick. It's not really running. It will eventually, as you can see, it's slowly running. So quite a thick lotion. What I'm doing to make it last even longer is I'm mixing it with a non-scented lotion. The one that I've been using at the moment is this Aveeno one, Skin Relief Moisturising Lotion, because my skin is quite dry. So it does have a bit of a scent from the natural ingredients in there, I guess, but it's not scented. So I mix a little bit of that with a little bit of that if I'm just wearing it on a daily basis. But if I'm going for something special, then I will wear this and not mix it in with the cream, with the unscented stuff. And it really does have that wonderful Cocoa Mademoiselle scent. It feels moisturising but not greasy. You see, I didn't use a great deal. It feels nice and moisturising, but I wouldn't use it as, if I have dry skin as a problem, then I'll go for the Aveeno. I wouldn't use it as an everyday moisturiser because of the price tag, plus also the perfume could be irritating as well. But generally, as a special treat, if I'm going to be wearing the perfume in particular, even if I'm not going to be wearing the perfume, if I'm going to be wearing something that's a little fruity floral, I might wear this with my Miss Dior, for example, a patchouli type scent. I would pick the moisturiser Cocoa Mademoiselle. The scent is really strong in the moisturiser, so potentially if you were going for a situation where you wanted to be more subtle with your fragrance, you could just wear the moisturiser, because you're still going to get a few hours of scent and it's projecting a little bit from the skin, definitely projecting from my skin at the moment. So if you just wanted that subtle and not in your face perfume, then just use the moisturiser on its own. But as I say, don't buy it just because you have dry skin. I would definitely buy something more suitable to your exact skin type, and probably unscented, and especially if you have problematic skin or sensitive skin. I don't know how something that smells so strong would react to that kind of skin. But as an overall, I got this £15 cheaper than retail. So I think it was 40 I got it for, and it retails for 55. I did get the box with it here. So I don't think the box even says it's a tester, but I got the box with it, so I'll show you that. For the price I paid, I'm really happy, especially because I can extend the life of it by mixing it with the unscented lotion, and a little does go a long way. So for me, as a treat, as a luxury item, it's worth it. So let's move on then to the next matching product that I have. And I got this around or just before before Christmas as well. Similar time to getting the perfume. I think I got it after the perfume, but similar time. And this one is the Coco Mademoiselle, what's it called? Body oil. It's just called Dirt Body Oil. And this bottle is plastic. So I think because of that, it doesn't feel that luxury. It would feel more luxury if it was glass. But this is more travel friendly. It's lighter. And you just pull the lid off. So it's not a screw top. And you spray it. So I will show you the consistency here. So you can spray it quite accurately, or you can spray it into your hands and then onto your body. That's probably a safer method, very easy to misfire. And you don't want to spray it on your clothes, or you don't want to waste it, spray it where you don't want it basically. And that's it rubbed in, so it's not terribly greasy even though it's an oil. And this one obviously has the same scent. I don't really pick up any difference. And I think using them together is obviously really nice. I use the moisturizer first and then the oil on top to kind of seal it in. Not too much to say about it. I'm using it. I'm really enjoying it. Another thing I do actually is when I mix in the Aveeno with the scented lotion, I'll do a couple of sprays of this to add an oil into the mix, and then I just do my whole body with that, and that's really nice as well. Overall, I don't know if I would repurchase this one. I can't remember how much it was. It was about £60, I think. So it's quite a lot, although it's lasting quite well and I am using it on a fairly regular basis. This is a 200ml. I didn't tell you that. This is 200ml, as is the body lotion. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't feel like I wasted my money. It is definitely a luxury item, not something I would buy as just a utility item. If I need a body oil, there are much cheaper options out there, but I'm enjoying it. So for me, happy to have it. I might not repurchase this one. I probably won't. The body lotion I might do. I find that's a little more useful, and I think the scent might last a little bit longer as well. But this is a nice thing to have. I'm enjoying it for sure. One more Coco Mademoiselle item, and this is beautiful to look at. So this is big glass bottle. I think this has got to be bigger than 200ml, isn't it? Yeah, this is 250ml, so it's bigger. 250 millilitres, screw lid. And you just pour it out. There's nothing to regulate the pouring. I would have thought there would be. This is, it smells like it's alcohol based. It's a gel. It's called the Pearly Body Gel. And this one is a little more difficult to use because it's kind of runny, and so it's a little more difficult to regulate, shall we say. And when you first pour it, and you see how runny it is, when you first pour it out, smelling it like that, you smell alcohol more than anything else. So I'm going to do this all down this arm here. I didn't use a lot though. Now the thing with this is because it smells so alcoholic, I can't imagine it's great for your skin, and it doesn't proclaim to be. It is more of it's a scented product that leaves a really light pearly sparkle to the skin, and I don't even know if the camera will pick it up. Not really. I mean, I haven't used a lot, but still, in real life, you will see it. I'll show you my hand. You can just make out some sparkles on my hand there. In real life, I've got the sun coming in from this window. In real life, I can see it, a little gentle sparkle on my arm, but I can't seem to get that to show on camera. So yeah, I do apologise, but in real life I can see little sparkles. And yeah, I definitely wouldn't. This was actually a gift from a friend at Christmas. I chose it. I wouldn't buy this I'm not using it that much. I mean, I am a 45-year-old woman. Do I need to be walking around with shimmers and sparkles on me? Sometimes yes, because I love sparkles, but oftentimes I will just do a little on my arms or something. And as I say, it's quite subtle. I might put a little here on my décolletage. I think that aesthetically, this is the most aesthetically pleasing of all of these items. Just look at that. I mean, I love looking at it. So it looks great, but practicality, it definitely feels like it's very alcoholic, which is not good for the skin. It's drying for the skin. B, it's adding sparkle. It's not really doing anything. It's that you can smell the scent of it, but I don't think it's as scented as the other products. And because it's mostly alcohol, a lot of that just dissipates anyway. I don't think it's as heavily scented as the other products we've talked about. It's difficult to really... Let me put some on the other arm that's not had any oil or moisturizer on it. Just pop some down here. So yeah, I mean, I can even feel on my skin just a little bit of warmth from the alcohol. And it's not as strongly scented as the other items. So for me, I wouldn't buy this again, but I do think it is beautiful to look at. So if you're a collector of Chanel, then this is a really nice thing to have. Practicality wise, it's not the best. So we're going to move on to some other perfumes now. We've done all the body stuff. And the next one is Chanel Paris Durville. So this is from their Les Eaux collection. And this is 125ml, I believe. And Durville, I'm not going to read you the notes because I don't have them to hand and I never remember. I'll just tell you how it smells to me. Now this is definitely a fresh fragrance. It's a summery, freshy, totally unisex. It smells like grass, green, dewy grass, light flowers, all the citruses. It's very refreshing, but in a green sense. It smells a bit limey, maybe like lime lemonade with orange and I don't know. But very, very refreshing, very natural smelling. Not the most long lasting, but not terrible. You could wear it for a few hours and then once it's worn off, you just wear something else. But if you need all day performance, you're probably not going to get that from a freshie anyway. And yeah, you're not going to get it from this Chanel Durville, but I do really enjoy it when I just want something really uplifting. It definitely makes me feel refreshed, clean, uplifted, energetic. Takes a lot to make me feel energetic these days. But yeah, I do like that one. So Chanel Durville. From the same line then, so Les Eaux line, we have Chanel Paris Bay Ritz. This one is more orangey, so it's still fresh, but I get a little more depth from it. I feel like I get a little more sweetness from it. It smells very orangey, like you've just opened up an orange and all the oils from the, what's it called, the outside, the skin, what's the outside of an orange? Peel. The oils from the orange peel plus the juice from the actual orange all squirts out into your face. And then it also feels like it has a little depth. I'm not sure if there's something like sandalwood in here or something similar. It just feels like it has a little more heft than a basic cologne, but it also feels a little sweeter and a little richer than Durville. So I'm not sure if there's vanilla or something in here, but that's the kind of feeling that I get. So this one is, I'm pretty sure there's a floral in here. There might be some orange blossom, maybe some other white floral, but it's all very uplifting, but just a little more depth than a typical cologne. And I really do enjoy that one as well. So that's Bay Ritz. And now my last and newest item to my collection. I have spoken about this on my channel. I have talked about this perfume, but here we go again. And this one is, I've got it in its little stand, so that's half of the box. The box would go over the top. So this is from the Exclusives line, Les Exclusives, and it's 31 Rue Cambon. This is a 75 ml bottle. We have a magnetic cap, which I think pleases us all so immensely. This bottle I've had since June, and that's the dent that I've made. I bought it at the airport going to the south of France, and I wore it a lot on holiday, and I've worn it a lot coming once I've been home. I find it really classy. I just love it. This one to me, spray. It's got the most amazing iris. So when you first spray it, I get like a lemon sherbet. So if you don't know what that is, a hard candy lemon that's got some lemon sweet, that's got some lemon flavoured fizzy sherbet in the middle. I get something like that, but I also get this lovely violet hued powdery iris mixing in. There's sunshiny ylang ylang in there as well. And then it, as it wears down, it dries down to a chypre, like a really gentle classic chypre. So it's not a full-on chypre. There's no oak moss listed. I feel like there's a little bit in there though, but not a lot. It's more of a labdanum chypre dry down, which is more my cup of tea because I don't love oak moss. I much prefer, I love labdanum, really love labdanum. So, but it retains the florals, it even retains that citrusiness, that lemony citrusiness, really quite far into the wearing. It's a very classy perfume in my humble opinion. I adore it. And yeah, I just really love it. So that's 31 Rue Cambon from Les Exclusives. It's the Eau de Parfum because that's what's available now. They used to have all of the exclusives in eau de toilette form only. Then they all got changed to eau de parfum. I am so happy with this. I really love it. It is my favourite Chanel fragrance, actually. I'm hoping to add to my Chanel collection. I am hoping to add Monsieur at some point. I really do love that one. That's a violet, iris, rose, sort of lipstick powder scent, but quite aloof and cool. So think Le Bleu from Guerlain in terms of the aloofness, the coolness. And yeah, I really enjoy Monsieur. So I hope I will add her to my collection at some point. So that's it then. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you wanted to support me, you can do so on Ko-fi, which I will link in the description below. And hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye.